Did you? I mean, in the course rehearsals, no. No, you didn't have to.
No.
Not yet. But you just planted that thought in my head, so they might just have to.
Yeah, a few more days of rehearsal. I don't think we had to pretend to be the V, but just put ourselves in different positions, like as Loretta said.
You're not putting ourselves in any position.
Positions? I don't mean sexual, well, actually.
No, but
yeah. Moving on. I
Moving
think
on.
moving on. It's not. I think we just basically learn about, as Loretta said, loss, abuse, salvation, giving birth, anything to do with it. We just talk about it, and we're quite open about it. We talk about our own experiences.
Yeah,
We share our own.
You talk about that
all the time.
all the time
Even
during
without
rehearsals?
rehearsal, what are you talking about? On and off rehearsal.
No, we don't talk about it.
Not.
Maybe Dr. Loke doesn't talk about it.
We don't talk about it.
So it's we don't want to make it a taboo subject.
Okay. I'm guessing that during rehearsals, no men are allowed inside.
Actually, there are a few. There's Yu Bing, who's our light designer. There's Iskandar. There's Sebastian, who's our set designer. There are a few men, but otherwise they are largely barred.
Right.
Yeah.
Largely barred.
Yeah, because there's also a sensual sort of striptease scene in the play. So actually, I wanted a largely female crew. So we've got a largely female cast and crew. I mean, totally female cast. We've got all female crew too.
Yeah,
Designers,
mostly.
male.
But when the play is staged around the world, the audiences are mostly women, right?
Actually, no. I think they are large mix because when I watched the Eve Ensler video, if you actually watch the video, most of them it's a really mixed crowd. In fact, when I watched it in California, it was a really mixed crowd. I think most men are more interested than we are in the V, because we know about it, we have it, so we don't really need to navel gaze all day. But I think the men are really intrigued and interested. But just note about that, the way we're doing it, it's not even going to be a monologue. I mean, you'll see Elizabeth and Lupin doing it as a monologue later, but it's because the rest of our actresses are busy prepping for the show.
How
but
many
otherwise,
actresses are involved in the entire?
there are 9.
There are 9 actresses, so you're only seeing 2 of them
Only see
here.
2.
Can I just add
Yeah.
that our cast, I think, covers the entire demographic of Singapore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very diverse
In
women.
age and in cultural differences,
Right.
and race and religion.
Sexuality.
So it's a very deep play. I mean, metaphorically speaking.
I mean, as you can tell, Lupin and I are two totally different age groups.
Can't
She's a lot younger than me. Can't you tell? Like,
You're like 25 and you're like
28.
28.
Yeah, but
80.
really
great skin.
80, with great skin. Great skin.
Dr. Loke, you've been very quiet.
Well, I thought I'll give her a chance to blab on TV.
Yeah, so
No, you
now
might have
that I
recognized
had
her
my
from Triple
share,
Nine.
Dr. Loke, it's your turn. I'll keep quiet now.
Dr. Loke, as a woman who's lived with her V longer than any one of us. Anyone of
Actually,
Squeezing his leg now. In case he says something else.
No, but do you think that every single woman has a particular relationship with a V that is unique?
Medically speaking, yes.
Medically speaking,
Yeah, because it is a portal of life.
Mm.
You have to give birth, and every woman who has given birth will know how painful that is. And if you can't give birth, I mean, it's very painful too, because you try all sorts of methods to try to conceive. And when you actually give birth, you have to suffer because it tears. Surgically, you have to repair. And then all your life, you have to go for checkups because you don't want to find out that you have this disease and that disease. And the rate of cervical cancer and uterine cancer and ovarian cancer and breast cancer, all these interlinked genital organs, is, in our country, is the rate of cancer is
very high. Yeah.
number 3 actually.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, yes, I think about it a lot. Not sexually.
Well, that's what she'll say in front of the camera, but
but then during rehearsals is a different
Yeah,
story.
yeah, we'll leave it as
Different
that.
No,
So
no,
you have to
no,
come watch and we'll leave it as
No,
that.
she put me there to cover the older demographic.
The mature
She
demographic.
kept calling me
professional.
the older actor. Please come forward now.
And she won't come forward. She won't come forward.
No, you're the most
No, I
experienced
said,
in terms
who,
of the...
Who? Oh,
You know?
it's me. Okay.
No,
And
but as you can tell,
I
our
represent
cast,
I represent the
really-
conservative part, and this beautiful thing here represents the flighty, the young, the I don't care. I
The
show you my-
flighty.
Yeah, I do anything with my... You know.
As you can tell, we have a really solid cast, and I think our camaraderie is quite infectious, as you can tell.
That's great.
Yeah,
Okay, the Vagina Monologues is going to be playing at the Drama Centre from the 1st to 12th October. Tickets are from $17, and it's at 8 p.m. from Tuesdays to Saturdays, and on weekends there's a 3 p.m. matinee as well. Now we're going to have Dr. Lok Lupin perform for us. Will the older actress please come forward?
Yes, come in.
See, I told you it's contagious.
Give me time to get up.
There you go.
There we go.
Dr. Lok!
All right. This is how I came to love my... I mean, it's totally embarrassing because it's not politically correct, right? I mean, I know it's supposed to happen in a hot bath with salt grains from Molten Brown, Chopin playing in the background, and me loving my inner woman self. I know the drill. Beautiful. Our self-hatred is a repressed, internalized repression of our hatred for our patriarchal culture. It's not true. I know all of this. Now, if our culture taught us that fat thighs were beautiful, we'd all be pounding down milkshakes and Big Macs all day long, lying on our backs, watching our thighs expanding. We didn't grow up in that culture. We did not grow up in that culture. I hated my thighs. I hated my... even more. I pity anybody who has to go there and... You know, I find great difficulty in coming to terms with saying the word aloud because it's not for my generation. But anyway, for the purpose of the play, just think that this is okay. Moving on. In order to survive, I pretended that there was something else there between my legs. I imagined furniture, cozy little futons with light cotton comforters, little red velvet settees, beautiful things like silk handkerchiefs or tea cozies. In fact, I became so used to that feeling that I've forgotten the fact that I have a... until I met Bob. Enough lah.
You have to pay and watch the show to
Yeah.
continue.
That was
Yeah.
just a preview of what is to come.
Yeah, I think what you just watched just now was just an excerpt of two monologues. But like I said, I think my direction of this play is that it's not even a monologue anymore. You have a whole cacophony of women, a whole bunch of women just talking. And we're really pleased, actually, at Zebra Crossing that Eve Ensler herself was actually very moved by our vision of the play.
Oh.
We actually wrote to her and said, this is how we intend to do it, with 9 women and a very different vision, not just a monologue per se anymore. And she was actually very pleased and moved by how we tried to fuse the text with more bodies and more women.
Right.
So we're excited about that.
Okay, but one final question.
Yeah.
Is the play anti-men?
Oh, not at all. Definitely not at all. Yeah.
Come on down, guys. Yeah. Not at all.
Not at all, yeah.
I mean, just because it's the monologues, it doesn't mean anything more than anybody, any age group, any religion, any race can just come down and watch it and understand. It's like a narrative, it's like a story. It's like 9 women on stage telling a story about their own lives, telling a story about what has done for them.
And definitely not male bashing at all. In
Yeah.
fact, we celebrate that. And also, I think more importantly, I think it's a fallacy to think that all vegetarians don't like animals. It's not. It doesn't mean if you're
okay.
vegetarian you don't like animals. It doesn't mean that if you celebrate your femininity you hate men. I think they are different things. So,
All right, so
definitely.
Vagina Monologues, 11 to 12 October at the Drama Centre. Tickets are available at Sistic.
Yes, right.
Is that right?
Sistic. Mhm.
And it's at 8 p.m. and 3 p.m. for matinees. Thank you for joining us at Razor Pop.
Thank you.
Loretta
Thank you.
Chen, Lok Lupin, and Elizabeth Tan for being
Thank
with
you.
us.
Thank you.
Bye.